All right, time for another one. Okay. Oh my God, I can't even see myself. The light is so bright. So this one was more about rest days. We gotta. There's not always gonna. That's gonna be like. It's not always that. It's not always a case that there's something going on. You're gonna have those days where you can just, chill, take a break, and those days are usually me focusing on food. Making sure I get my workout in, and then sleep. Sleep has been hard because it's Ramadan, obviously. So, we can do as much as possible for that, but you try to get the most in. But what I've been trying to focus on is um, tracking everything. So, tracking sleep so I use this app called Auto Sleep that you can kind of just wear your Apple Watch. I'm on it right now. And this tracks like when your heart rate is low enough that it knows that you're sleeping. And it uses respiratory rates and everything to figure that out, and it kind of gives you like a metric. So that's one thing. It gives you like deep sleep and everything as well. So that's one side of it. That's one circle. Second circle is food, nutrition. So I'm using Macrofactor to get that done. Um, it's super super easy. Like I know sometimes it can be hard to track the stuff you're trying to eat, but if you keep your choices of food very simple, but like kind of you can add the 0 calorie stuff on top of it, whether that's like hot sauce or Coke Zeros or whatever. Um, if you keep your actual food simple, chicken, potatoes, vegetables, fruits, nuts, all that stuff, it's very easy to track if you have a scale. So that's what I've been doing. Scale, I feel like it's a very important thing. So that's the second part, kind of tracking all that stuff. And I actually have a chart of how I've been going for the last, I don't know if you can see that. And like a general gist of that. Oh, that wasn't even everything. There we go. Right. There we go. So yeah, I've been averaging around 1,518 calories per day with 173 grams of protein, 55 grams of fats, and 92 grams of carbs on average. Again, trying to keep the carbs low as possible, protein high as possible, but in that 1,300 to 1,400 or 1,500 range, because my goal is that I'd say 16 weeks, but I want to do it in 12. We'll see how that happens, but trying to get down to 160. 160, I feel like is a good weight where I feel leaner, like I look cleaner. Um, the fat on my face kind of goes away a little bit. I haven't done it yet, so let's see how that happens, how that goes. But yeah, like slowly my weight is coming off. And the third part of it is exercise, which has been helping a lot. So third part, exercise. I've been tracking this as well using the Macrofactor workout app. This actually is amazing because you can set up a program. So I started off with a 6-week program, but now I'm going to go into more like, I guess 8-week program, where you give it the gym you're at, the type of exercises you can do at that gym for the machines or the stuff you have, plus even like what type of weights you have. Do you have 2.5 pound weights? Do you have 5 pound weights? All the way to 55 pound weights, 45 pound weights. So you put all that stuff in, and then as you progress, it will adjust your reps and weight so that you're always doing progressive overload over time. So you're not forgetting. You're like, oh my god, I'm at the 135 mark for so long for the bench press. How am I going to progress? This will add the 5 pounds on, or take 5 pounds off to make sure you get more reps in. So it takes that mental thing out of your mind of just like you go to the gym. So now it's just like you go to the gym, you finish what you need to do, and then come back, and you get a really really good workout in, and you see the progression over time, like the 5-10% increase of weight that you can get per week per exercise. That's amazing. So that's a trifecta of like health that I've been focusing on my rest days. And yeah, I'll kind of see what happens overall. So yeah, continue on with the cafe stuff, and we'll see how filming goes pretty soon. I do want to get back into writing, but my weekends are always so tiring right now because of Ramadan. And then I'm going on a trip soon. Okay, so this is what I have a plan for. I'm going to Pakistan with my parents, and I want to film an entire vlog. Not a vlog, but more of like a film of like different places we're visiting, but in like a cinematic way. I'm gonna try to keep all handheld, try to keep everything on me. Um, but we'll see how that kind of goes. Um, I don't know. Maybe I should take a light. Maybe I shouldn't. We'll see how that goes as well. But I have the DJI mic on me right now, so that's what I'm taking. Plus my camera, the incredible A7 6700, with my 3 lenses. So we'll see how that kind of goes. Um, yeah, I'm a little sick, but we're getting through it. Another day of workouts. All right, sick.